Good morning children, welcome to our social science class. Students, last week we learned the Chola and the Kakatiya dynasty. Now we are going to see the Vijayanagar and Vamani kingdom. Okay, a large number of provincial governors and feudatories, both in North and South India, declared their independence with the disintegration of the Delhi Sultanate. After the region of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, Bengal and Multan were the first to break away from Delhi. Gujarat, Malwa, Mewar, Marwar and Kashmir also became independent. Further, to his Vijayanagar and the Vamani kingdom rose to prominence in the Deccan and South India. Okay, now I explain about the Vijayanagar Empire. Haryana and Bukka served under the Hoysala king Veerabalala after Hoysalas were put down by Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Haryana became the ruler. They found the city of Vijayanagar on the southern bank of Tungabhadra in 1336. With the help of Saint Vidyaranya and his brother Sayana, their capital was Hampi. Vijayanagar Empire was ruled by four important dynasties, namely the Sangama, Saluva, Tuluva and Aravidu. Haryana first became the ruler in 1336 AD. He captured Mysore and Madurai. He was succeeded by Bukka in 1356. His empire extended from the region south of the river Tungabhadra up to Rameswaram. The importance of Vijayanagar Empire were Haryana, Devaraya, Krishna and Krishna Devaraya. Now I explain about Krishna Devaraya. Krishna Devaraya of the Tuluva dynasty was the most famous king of the Vijayanagar Empire. According to Domingo Paz, a Portuguese traveler. Who is the Domingo Paz? A Portuguese traveler. Krishnadevaraya was the most feared and perfect king there could possibly be. He maintained friendly relations with the Portuguese and trade flourished between the two kingdoms. He bought Arabian horses, gun and other war material which helped him in his conquests. He even used Portuguese technologies in improving his irrigation system. He was a great warrior and he fought off continuous attack from the Deccan Sultan. His empire extends over the whole of South India from river Tungabhadra in the north to Cape Comorin in the south. With the assistance of his able Prime Minister Dimma Arasu, he administered the kingdom well and maintained peace in his land. Krishnadevaraya was an able administrator. He constructed a large tanks and canal for irrigation purposes. He improved the naval power as he understood the importance of overseas trade. He maintained friendly relations with the Portuguese and Arab traders and increased the revenue of his government. Krishnadevaraya was a great scholar. A group of 8 scholars called Ashtadhikajas. What? Ashtadhikajas adorned his court. He was a patron of art and architecture. He built beautiful temples and palaces. The Vijayanagar Empire reached its zenith of glory during Krishnadevaraya period. Okay, students, what is meant by Ashtadhikajas? Ashtadhikada means 8 great literature participated in Krishnadevaraya period. Okay, now I explain about the 8 scholar name. Allasani Bittana, Nandi Dimana, Tenali Rama, already you know, Pattumurti, Puna Veerabhadra, Durjadi, Mallana and Panaji Surana. These are 8 scholar names. Okay, now I explain about the glories of the Vijayanagar Empire. Now, administration. The Vijayanagar rulers had a well organized administrative system. The king was the fountain head of all power in the state. There was a council of ministers to assist the king in the work of administration. The empire was divided into 6 provinces. Each province was under a governor called Nayak. The provinces were divided into districts, which were further divided into smaller units, namely villages. The village assembly carried on the administration of the villages through its hereditary officers like accountants, the watchman, and the officer in charge of forced labor. The central administration maintained contact with the villages through an officer called Mahanayakacharya. Now, army. The army consisted of the infantry, cavalry, and the elephantry. The commander-in-chief was in charge of the army. Now, revenue administration. Land revenue was the main source of income. The land was carefully surveyed and taxes were collected based on the fertility of the soil. Great attention was paid to agriculture and the construction of dams and canals. Okay, now I explain about judicial administration of Vijayanagar dynasty. The king was the supreme judge. The civil cases were decided on the basis of Hindu law. Severe punishments were inflicted on the guilty. Fines were collected from those who violated the law. Now I explain about position of women in the Krishnadevaraya period. Women occupied a high position and took an active part in political, social, and literary life of the empire. They were educated and trained in wrestling, in the use of various weapons of offense and defense, in music and fine arts, and some of them received education of high order. Now I explain about economic conditions of Vijayanagar kingdom. The empire of Vijayanagar was very rich and prosperous. The agricultural production was increased by their irrigational policies. Numerous industries such as textiles, mining, metallurgy, and perfumery existed. They had commercial relation with the islands in the Indian Ocean, the Malay, Burma, China, Arabia, Persia, South Africa, Abyssinia, and Portugal. The cheap articles exported were spices, cereals, cotton, silk, opium, indigo, sea pearls, saffron, ginger, sugar, coconut, and etc. The article imported were horses, elephants, copper, coal, mercury, China silk, and velvet. Goa, Dayu, Cochin were the important ports through which active trade was carried on the western sea coast of India. Okay, now contribution to architecture and literature. The ruler of Vijayanagar were great patron of art and learning. The Hajiraja Ramaswamy temple and Vittalaswamy temple are fine examples of this period. The bronze image of Krishnadevaraya is a masterpiece. Many scholars were patronized by the Vijayanagar ruler. Sanskrit, Tamil, Telugu, and Kannada literature were developed. Sayana wrote commentaries on Vedas. Krishnadevaraya wrote Amukta Malyada in Telugu. His Sanskrit works were Usha Parinayam and Jambavadi Kalyanam. Okay students, now I explain about Vittalaswamy temple. Vittalaswamy temple was constructed during the reign of Krishnadevaraya. In the front of the temple is a famous stone chariot of Radha carved out of the single rock. Another notable feature is the musical pillar. When tapped, this pillar produced musical sa ra ri ga ma pillars. Okay, now take book for book reading, page number 84. Vijayanagar Empire. The Vijayanagar Empire is named after its capital city, Vijayanagara. The empire was situated in the Deccan Plateau in South India. It was established by two brothers, Harihara I and Bukkaraya. The king of Vijayanagar patronized fine arts and literature. Carnatic music developed to its current popular state starting from this period. The unique style of architecture reflected in all the temples built by them. Now, Krishnadevaraya 1509 to 1530 CE, that means Christ, after the Christ. The most famous king of Vijayanagar Empire was Krishnadevaraya. He maintained friendly relation with the Portuguese and trade flourished between the two kingdoms. He bought Arabian horses, gun and other war material which helped him in his conquest. He even used Portuguese technologies in improving his irrigation system. He was a great warrior and he fought a continuous attack from the Deccan Sultan. His empire extended over the whole of South India from river Tungabhadra in the north to Cape Comorin in the south. With the assistance of his able prime ministers, Bimmarasu, he administered the kingdom well and maintained peace in his land. He was a strict ruler and was concerned about the welfare of his people. He traveled all over his empire trying to solve their problem personally. Though he was a Hindu king, he respected all religions including Islam and Christianity. Being a scholar himself, he was fluent in many languages such as Sanskrit, Kannada, Tamil and Telugu, and he encouraged many poets and artists. His love for the Telugu languages and his mastery over it made his period a golden age in Telugu literature and earned him the name Andhra Bhoja. Tenali Ramakrishna, a Telugu poet known for his wit and humor, was one of the poets in Krishnadevaraya's court. He built the Vithala and Viruboxa temples in the beautiful city of Hampi. Foreign travelers such as Domingo Paz, Duret Barbosa and Ferrano Nunes of Portugal praised the administrative system and the prosperity of the people in his empire. Students, in the lesson, from any doubt, freely ask me. Don't hesitate. Any doubt, ask through the WhatsApp. Okay, children? Thank you.